The NBA season, it has begun. It's 3 days into the season. So we're ready. We're now ready to update the NBA algorithm. I'm going to show you how it's done. It's really not that bad. Basketball, one of the better algorithms, pretty predictive. There's some important sheets I'm going to talk about here, but it's not that bad to update. Under 10 minutes. You can do it most of the time, most days. So how do you do this? Well, there's 3 to 4 sheets that are important to update every day. Number one is the odds. Odds is obvious. Where do you get them? You get them from RotoWire. You're going to have to pay for a subscription to RotoWire to get access to the stats. I pay, I believe, $9.99 a month, about $10. It's a little less, I think, on average if you subscribe for the entire year. That's all sports, gets you everything. I, of course, need all sports to update all the different algorithms. But once you subscribe, you get access. You get access to the odds. You export them. You then paste them right here in the next available cell. That's all you do. Just paste the odds in here. So we're setting up the day of Friday the 27th, and we're going to go over the 26th. So we paste the odds. Great. What else do we need to do? We need the injury report. I'd say the injury report is probably, arguably, the most important sheet in this file. Where's the injury report? It's going to be under fantasy sports. It's going to be under NBA, and it's going to be under injury report. You're going to want to keep this thing updated like an hour or two before the games. Like I believe tonight, James Harden decided not to play for some reason. There's some drama about whether or not, like why he didn't play for the Sixers. And they ended up losing to the Bucks. Important information to know. So I'm updating the injury report. I know you probably can't see it on the screen, but I'm copying it and I am pasting it right here in the injury sheet. Pasting it. And also look to the bottom. Yeah, if there was any extra stuff in the bottom from the previous injury report, like down here, you would get rid of it. Injury report is now updated. Let's see if anything's changed. Speaking of the Sixers, like for example, the Sixers are right here. No, are they here? Philadelphia 76ers? Are they under a number? 76ers? Where are they? Philadelphia. Are they not appearing here? Can I not see them? Yeah, apparently they weren't there. Let's refresh for a second. Yeah, they weren't showing because I don't think the Sixers had played a game yet, and neither had the Bucks, right? But this injury report did change when we just refreshed it. You want this to have the grand total over here. Sometimes, like if there's an out for season column that appears, that will show up in here and you need to remove the blank one. But when there's no out for season column, then you need to include the blank one because you need the grand total to show up right there in column G. So that's a little nuance here in this file. But this just shows you who's injured, who's out, who's a game time decision. Important information. For example, tonight, the Suns had an important player out. Devin Booker was out, and they ended up losing that game to the Lakers. So important to know that. You can see Devin Booker's really impactful player here. Injury report, huge to do that. Next, we do player stats and team stats. The player stat sheet is here. You go to stats, player regular stats here. These are the per game player stats is what you want. You press the Excel download. You grab that. That's going to open up. I know you can't see it on the screen, but it's going to look like this. It's going to go into column E right here. You want to grab the player name. You don't need there's a column A that's a weird column that shows up. You don't need that column. So you just want starting at the name. And you're going to paste that here. And it's only going to grow. The sheet's only going to grow. So there's never going to be anything at the bottom that you need to remove because they're only going to add players that might have activity. They're never going to really pull players off this sheet. So all the way at the bottom, you can see this is just going to grow. All right. Player stats are done. So we got rid of that, and we got rid of the injury report. Next thing we need to do are the two current team stats and the advanced team stats area. Those are located here under stats, team stats. And you're going to get a per game basic and advanced. You want to grab the basic and you want to grab the advanced. And those two end up going right here. I believe this is the advanced one. You can tell by what the column name is at the end. Points for, I believe. I believe that's the advanced one. Let's take a look. Stats. Grab these two as they open up. They may or may not be updated for the games from Thursday night because it's pretty quick. And I'm not sure if they're completely ready yet. But we'll check. So this one, yeah, the one that's points for, copy that. And it goes right here. And then the next one, which ends on this field goals made, is one of the stats there that it uses. That's how you tell those two reports apart, the basic and the advanced. Field goals made, grabbing that, copy that, and paste that right here. And do we have Philadelphia and Milwaukee on this list? Because that would be the way we determine whether or not it's been updated. I think it has. Yep, they're on here. Yep, so those games from tonight are actually included. So it's a good thing we did that. Those things, believe it or not, that's like all you need to do in this file. Your cube automatically updates. Your injuries automatically update. Watch this. Go and refresh the injury pivot table. Watch this. I think we're going to have Milwaukee and Philadelphia on here. Yep. There's the Bucks. And where are the 7? Yep, and the Philadelphia 76ers. They are on here now. Yay. So everybody's on here. And you can see that within the cube, there's no longer an error here next to the health percentages. And now all you have to do is refresh and choose the day, being the 27th, and you've got projections for Friday. Voila. Brooklyn, a little bit injured against Dallas. We have them winning this game under last season stats. And guess what? You can now choose current season stats and refresh and see what that says also. That's going to be different. Yeah, it's different. There it is. So the Raptors could potentially beat the Bulls, according to our current season stat number. And you got a couple underdogs down here with OKC and the Knicks over the Hawks. But generally, you're still going to want to use last season stats. But you're also going to want to see where things are consistent between both seasons. So last season still it has just a larger plethora of stats that it's drawing from. So here, like this Grizzlies over the Nuggets, like the Grizzlies have apparently gotten a little more healthy this season so far, sort of, based on people that played in the first game. Yeah, could they really beat the Nuggets? I don't know. It says they could, according to last season stats, but probably not according to this season. Point is, that's pretty quick, right? It's really not that bad to update this file. So you want to pay attention to health numbers and you want to pay attention to margin. And if there's anything that's really good, like I don't know if the Nets show up when you look at current season stats. I don't think they do. I don't think they show up as favored. Let's take a look. No, they don't. It favors the Mavericks here. But do the Raptors show up both ways? Let's look at one thing I like to do here is I'll grab this really quick. I'll just grab the margin real fast, copy this. You can paste it as an image. You go to paste special. We're doing a lot of processing here, but yeah, paste special as an image down here as a picture. So now we took a picture of what this looks like under current season stats, and then we compare it to what it is under last season stats, and we see where there's consistency and there's both teams are showing up. So for example, teams that are showing up under both comparisons are the Clippers. The Clippers are down here, but they're also up here. The Magic are down here, but they're also up here. The Raptors are on both lists. Sacramento Kings are not on both lists because it favors the Golden State according to last year's stats. Denver is not on both lists because they're only on the current season list and not last year's. Is that true? Yeah, it says Memphis would beat Denver last year somehow. Weird, but it does. Anyway, point is you can do those comparisons early in the year. Eventually, you're going to only be looking at current season stats. This is the one you're going to go with. I'd say about 2 weeks into the season, you can really draw the line and say current season stats are what you want to go with going forward. But for these first couple weeks, 1 game, 2 games, it's just not enough to use only the current season stats. But it's something certainly to look at, and you want to see consistency between both. But that's basically the how-to tutorial video. It's really easy. It's a $50 file, folks. Like, you should be able to win money with this. I can't. I have a gambling problem. I've stopped gambling. Like, we'll see how long I stick with that. I stopped betting. I deleted all apps. I'm a much happier person. Like, I am an addict when it comes to gambling, and I will just blow all my money on an over under in the fourth quarter of the last game of the night. I am a horrible gambler, but I'm great at making algorithms. So I'll just stick to doing that and not betting. So you can bet though. You can do it. You can be a structured gambler and make the right picks based on this, and you'll probably be okay. For example, the Raptors at an underdog line looks pretty decent. It's a 49% margin under current. Yeah, the margins are all screwed up because it's current season. You really do want to look at last season stats right now. You do. I hate that as much as I would say don't. And you want to update the injury report in the morning. But that's it. That's updating the NBA file. So purchase a copy and you can update it yourself and run it for the rest of the year. All right. Good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning. Don't gamble if you're bad at gambling like me, but do gamble if you're good at gambling and use the algorithms because they will work. All right. Good luck.